Norm's tone was distinctive and unique. Yes.
And nobody did that.
Nobody did what Norm did. You know what I mean? I talk about Norm in the show too. It's funny, and one of the things is Norm would talk people, like we'd talk to some strange waiter, small talking people, and he'd be like, and then the guy'd be like, "You're right, I'm quitting the job," and he'd walk out, and then Norm would go to me, "I didn't tell him to quit the job." Like, yes, you did. But Norm's whole world was not just he was making fun of you. You were part of this, the suckers too.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, I mean, you're telling me, he would just spring you in.
It was that brilliant podcast he had with Adam Egan.
Yes.
Where it's just,
Well, I went to Norm's, his memorial service, and Adam Egan spoke, and he killed. It was all these professional comedians. Yeah. Adam Egan went up and he goes, "I love Norm MacDonald, even though if you Google me today, it says Holocaust denier. Adam Egan has the first thing." And he went on about Norm, but it was, him with Adam Egan was perfect. Because the guest didn't know that, like half the guests Norm would go, I mean, I agree with you. Not like this guy thinks that the Holocaust didn't happen. And the guests would be, you could see their angry eyes, like, what? And Adam would just sit there and take it. And the guests would leave the show thinking this guy's a Holocaust denier.
Yeah, there was nothing funnier than when Norm was like, this guy fucking didn't think the Holocaust happened.
So funny. And just blow past it, and the guests would look. You could see them looking angry.
And then Norm would move on, which is the other brilliant part of the bit. Norm would just keep going, and then the guys would just sneak a look at Adam like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah.
And it was and Adam, to his credit, sometimes he tried to deny it. Usually he'd just take the hit and that person the rest of their life.
That's so funny.
He's Jewish.
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll get it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Half Jewish. No, I'm full. Full Jewish.
Full Jewish. All right, then. But you're young, so you might not get it.
Maybe.
Okay, so here's the joke.
Holocaust denier. I'm awesome.
I'm not going to hold that against you.
Thank you.
I don't understand what complex mathematics is, but one time I was in an elevator with Norm MacDonald, and we're in the elevator with these guys, because Norm MacDonald in an elevator is very, he will literally say the worst thing you can say about somebody and then leave, and you're left there with all the people. That's his thing, one of his things. But there's two guys who were talking about some complex mathematic thing. This is in the late 90s at 30 Rock. And they're saying these, I didn't even understand what language it was. It was a really deep mathematic thing. And then Norm MacDonald, who had never brought up math or anything like that to me in his life, goes, and starts speaking to them in this, what sounded like tongues. And they're like, oh, but, and they start speaking the binary, and he goes, and he starts speaking this mathematic talk, and then they leave. And then he goes to me like, yeah, those guys are nerds or something like that. And I was like, what? How do you know that? How did you know what they were talking about?
How did he know?
He's like,
he's a nerd too. Secret.
He knows something deep, like he knows these things sometimes.
He's a very smart guy.
Really smart.
Yeah.
One of those guys that just, he'll just pretend not to know something. And they'll be like, that's like, and then you're like, what? Anybody walks in the room, he knows what they're talking about,
Yeah, he's a guy that really should have had a podcast a long fucking time ago. And I know he's doing something now. He sent me a text message the other day that he's starting to do a podcast now. Hey, Joe,
I'm doing a podcast.
Doing that thing we talked about. He should have done a lot, because he had that show on Netflix, but they muzzled him when he went on the Howard Stern show.
Right.
And he was saying something, and he didn't want to say retarded, so he said, you'd have to have Down syndrome to believe that. Because he thought that'd be a better thing to say.
But here's the thing about Norm. I'm still not sure if he thought that would be a better thing to say.
Right, you never know.
Because he's so smart. He might have been doing it as a double troll.
Yeah.
No, Norm is capable of the double troll. It's like, I don't want to say retarded. Down syndrome.
The double troll, exactly.
Yes, he's the master of that stuff.
I randomly wound up sitting next to him on planes twice. On two different occasions, just like I go, Norm, like out of nowhere, and he's sitting next to me. And one time, we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good old time. And then he's talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking and finally quit smoking. And he's telling me all these things. And then when he lands, he literally like he can't stop himself, runs into the airport store and buys cigarettes. and he's lighting it as he's leaving. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did, but all that talking about smoking makes me want one. And he's like, before he even got out the door, he's lighting the cigarette. He just couldn't stop himself.
But I like he goes, all that talking. He's the one talking about it. All that talking. He always puts it on you. That's what's great about it.
But it was,
He's like, this guy talks about smoking. He got me back smoking.
but it was so crazy because I was like, that's great, Norm. It's so great you quit. And he's like, fuck, I want a cigarette.
Yeah. No, he always do like, yeah, I mean, I don't drink, I quit drinking. And everyone's like, oh, really? Did you drink a lot? Yeah. I quit. I finally had to quit, It's hard, but I did it. And they're like, oh. He goes, yeah, because I got fucking wasted last night. And I said, I'm never going to drink again. I was drunk. And people are like, wait, I thought you quit. Yeah, I quit. That's what I'm saying. He's always...
Last night.
Yeah. It's like an elaborate, like, Abbott and Costello routine.
Yes, exactly. Well, the gambling, too. He fucking loves gambling.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a thing. Like, a lot of these great comics are, like, really impulsive.
Yeah.
It's like something about, like, the ability to say some of the crazy shit that he says.
Yeah.
It's, you have to have this like, hot wire.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. You just want to touch it. Ah.
Yep. Oh, no. He's one for the books.
Yeah.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Just keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You go and call 911, but I already died. Yeah, we about it. Say now, but what you say now?
On the subject of SNL, and it's sweet when you took over for Norm, and Gilbert and I haven't said anything. Gilbert, I don't know. Have you spoken publicly since Norm passed about him, Gil?
I think I don't know if
We haven't said anything on this show,
Yeah.
which we
No.
we would like to do now. You both knew him well, but the bartender speech when you took over, and obviously it was a very awkward period for you
Oh, God.
to be stepping into that role, and also a friend's job.
Yes. Yeah. It was like we lived in the same building, too.
You know how you go to your favorite bar and your local bartender isn't there? You ask, where's Jeff? Jeff no longer works here. I'm Steve. And you're thinking, hey, who's this idiot? I like Jeff. But you still want your drink? And even though Steve doesn't mix your drink the same way you're used to, like Jeff, you still like the bar. You don't have to go to a different bar. And even Steve might feel kind of bad because Jeff trained him.
Did he ever say anything to you about that? Did he ever give you a
He
blessing?
was so he was so classy in not saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
You have
It
that
was-
great I'm Steve, what can I get you?
Yeah.
The bartender piece.
Well, I'm Steve. What can I get you?
But I wish it would have stayed the way it was. But, it is what it is. But, yeah, Norm is, he's so funny. He was so distinctively funny.
Nobody like him, really.
No, he had his own thing. You know what I mean? He was just very, like Gilbert. I mean, they just have their own, they march to their own drummer, even in a business where everybody marches to their own drummer. They both have that, idiosyncratic thing where it just be like, this is how I am, and that's it. And it's great. But, you have to tune to their frequency. It's not like you can just,
You know what's funny about that first update you did? Here's Norm being fired, as we all know, by Don Ohlmeyer,
Right.
because of cutting too close to the bone with the OJ jokes. When in fact he was doing a public service by telling those OJ jokes. And I'm watching you do your first update. There's an OJ joke. It's like the third joke.
Yeah.
In the February issue of Esquire magazine, O.J. Simpson said that if I had killed Nicole, it would have been because I loved her very much. And then he said, and if I had killed Ron Goldman, it would have been because he accidentally witnessed me loving Nicole very much. Somebody should buy this guy a John Gray book, all right?
You shook his hand once, OJ?
OJ,
Getting out of a car?
Well, I was.
Or he was getting out of a limo?
He was getting out of a limo middle of the afternoon, and I have no psychic energy. I've never had those kinds of things, you know. But for whatever reason, this was in an afternoon. He's getting out of a limo with a girl. It's spring break. It's packed with people. It's Florida. And they're like, hey, do you want to meet OJ? I go, yeah, OJ, he's the greatest running back of all time. You know, great, charming movie star. I shake his hand. He shakes my hand. And he's not even looking at me. He's looking past me. And he shakes my hand. And I felt like a joke of like evil. I swear to God.
It's like the Dead Zone.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like. And I was like, I go, that was weird, OJ. I love OJ. Well, that was weird energy, you know.
Wow. So you picked up on something.
I feel like I did, you know. It's, of course, in retrospect, but I remember telling people at the time, so.
I was also fond of, going back to your SNL bits, Colin Quinn explains the New York Times.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the St. Pat's editorial and Joe Blow. You look like you were having fun, and the best stuff is you and Norm together.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
There's obviously an affection that comes across on the screen.
Yes, yeah. And that was the early days of it. It was great.
I'm sorry we never managed to get him here. We tried, and for whatever reason, he was as elusive as you.
He's more elusive. He's like,
he was.
I love to do it. I'd love to. You're like, oh, good. How about next week? Yes. What day? And you're like, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, call him and we'll set it up. Next week is perfect because I'm doing this. And you're like, hey, I'll say Norm. Years later, what happened? What? Yeah. I thought I was going to come on your show. What happened? It's like, oh, Jesus, Norm.
Well, like you say, march to his own drum.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about like someone who stands up against the greats with a singular voice. All you need to hear is one. It's like those great jazz musicians. You can tell the difference between Dexter Gordon and John Coltrane, you know, and just in a few notes, whether it's and Norm MacDonald's one of those guys who would just, you could tell a joke, they could get nothing, and then he could tell that same joke and murder with it, all because of the way his incredible, unique delivery. And there was an innate sense to him of what was funny, and an impeccable timing that was just, you know, the best form of it was for stand-up. Also, conversation. I mean, just to be in a room with him, to be on a plane with him.
As a comedian, then do you learn from each other as far as that goes? Do you kind of like, okay, he told this joke this way, and you kind of like that friendly competition, and you know who can tell the joke better?
No, it's like tennis. It's definitely like tennis. I mean, you want to play with somebody better than you. And Norm was the funniest guy in the room. Norm wasn't necessarily the one who got always the biggest laughs from the audience, but from the comedians, we knew he was a particular genius, you know. Norm would have this incredible ability to tell a joke and you have no idea where it's going. And then you get lost and you think, oh, I know where this is going. But then the next thing you know, you forget. He was a master of turns and sleight. And like, you know, last time I performed with him in 2016, I didn't know it was going to be the last time I performed with him. I just found that out in my old pictures, and he was like about ready to light a cigarette, and then he would tell a joke, and then you know he'd take, and then it was just anything that could be funny, you know. And
all afternoon, as we do this, you've been playing on and off with a cigarette. Do you smoke?
I quit smoking a year ago.
Good for you.
Thank you. You quit smoking?
Yeah.
And when you smoked at the Tomorrow Show,
we puffed. We didn't smoke. We puffed.
You probably caused many children to start smoking.
So you hold a cigarette and you never light it?
Yes, it helps me. I have an oral fixation, the doctors tell me. That never... I'm like Beretta.
Like he did this thing about like this joke, which I just thought it's just genius. He said, you ever find yourself in the middle of a lie and you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way that I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Like, hey, you see the new Star Wars movie? Yeah. And that's the joke.
I'm trying to become a better person. Try not to lie as much as I used to. You know, you ever lie for no reason, you know? Usually there's a purpose to your lies, but sometimes, you know, just a big lie will spill out of your evil head there. You know, you don't even know why, you know, like, a guy will come up to you and go, hey, You ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and the horse? Then you go, yes. Then in the back of your head, you go, what the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head?
It's the timing. It's the idea. It's the pause. It's the kind of, he was very proud of the fact that he would always play. He was the smartest guy in the room too, the most well-read. And maybe I would read one book on an author. He read them all.
Yeah.
And but he always said, these guys are trying to play more than you. The audience don't like that. They don't like that. They want somebody that Charlie Chaplin was the biggest star in the world because he was less than everybody else. He said, look at that guy. My life's tough, but look at that guy. And he's right.
Yeah.
And that was a big influence on me. But I will perform this weekend. I was thinking about not coming out. But I don't know. Norm wouldn't want that. I'm going to go perform and dedicate it to Norm, and I'll do some of Norm's jokes.
Really smart. He was like a math genius, and he was extremely bright. So one time we were doing a show in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I'm not like him at all. Except if you say to me like, you can't say that or talk about a certain thing or don't say that, I'm like, well, now I have to. It's just kind of your instinct as a comic to bug people.
Yes.
Right. Like, don't do that. It really bothers me. And then you're kind of a jerk and they're like, oh, you mean like this? So we were doing a show and I opened for him I did about 15 minutes or 20. Then he headlined, but it was for a what do you call it? When they comp the audience, you know what I mean? For big gamblers, I forget the word.
Yeah.
So it wasn't people paying tickets, but anyway, they did it. We did it. So he's doing the show, and he's very funny, but he's dirty. So all of a sudden, someone yells out, "Well, we don't like that kind of talk." So there's about 400 people there, and he goes, "Well, how many of you don't like that kind of talk?" And it was like practically the whole room. He goes, "Well, how many of you don't mind?" And it was like 20 people. So he goes, or 10 people. He goes, "Well, I'd hate to disappoint those 10 people because the rest of you don't like it." And then he just got dirtier. And I'm just like crying, laughing, because the audience wasn't even laughing, but he just, and that was a typical him.
As you can see, he has wavy hair. It's waving goodbye on account he's going bald.
I remember the joke was like, your face looks like cauliflower. Like you look so ugly, your face looks like cauliflower. And then people would laugh, and Bob was laughing hysterically because, yeah, like a cauliflower.
The audience wasn't laughing at all.
No.
Yeah. They put in laughs afterwards, but I was there on stage.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
I mean, I was there.
I'm like dying laughing,
Yeah, I was there for the ESPY Awards when he hosted. And a lot of ESPN executives were white-knuckling his monologue the entire time. And when he told the joke about Charles Woodson winning the Heisman Trophy.
Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off.
Did they laugh?
Well, there was a lot of, I think, sort of whoa and nervous laughter, and then cutting away to athletes who were just like shaking their heads like they didn't know what to do. They had no idea what to do with their faces, at that time.
Right, it's like that. And he you take a big risk when you do that. I mean, he did that at the casino. We were banned I couldn't work there for 5 years.
Really? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
He got banned from that casino in Biloxi, Mississippi?
Well, and he was gambling, and he got caught counting cards.
Oh, there's that too.
Well, I mean,
So the combo.
You know what it was? It was like he was kind of like the Bob Dylan of comedy. He was doing lyrics and words and phrases that nobody else in comedy was using. And it wasn't that he told jokes as much as just told stories in a funny way and had a just funny inflection. It was truly an original. I mean, that was, you know, everybody else wrote jokes. He talked funny. And just having a conversation with him was, even when he told a joke, he did it in such a way you think he was just talking, you know.
Right.
I mean, he talked about. I saw him on a show. This was a joke he told. It was pretty funny. So the guy goes into this. Guy's going to store, you know, and we're going to store. You know how he would just do that weird talking.
Right. Yeah.
And he says, "Give me a." Says to the clerk, hey, "Give me a Polish sausage." And the guy says, "Oh, are you Polish?" And says, "First of all, it's very insulting. Okay, I come in for Polish. Tell you actually I'm Polish." He says, "You know, if I came in and asked for a pizza, would you ask I'm Italian? If a Chinese food, would you say, are you Chinese? Well, why did you ask if I was Polish?" And the guy says, "Because this is a hardware store." You know, and it was. I mean, he told it much funnier than I told it. I don't think it was his joke, but it was one of those jokes that goes around.
Right.
But when he told it, it was just so hilarious. I mean, and it's so deadpan, and it's such a, you know, him, Bob Newhart, they're just legendary guys, and he was not a guy. You know, I tried to teach him how to drive. I had him on my show, the car show, and we went out to the racetrack out of Willow Springs, right? And okay, Norm, we gave him Alfa Romeo, you know. Norm goes, "This is the steering wheel here? Yeah, that's the steering wheel, Norm." Okay, and I'm riding next to him. And he's going 18, 19 miles an hour. He goes, "Oh, this thing is pretty quick." I go, "No, it's not, Norm. You're only going 18 miles an hour." I never knew how he even got around L.A. because he never drove. So this was before Uber or anything, you know.
Right. No, he would always ask friends for a ride. Always.
Yeah. So I said, "Well, Norm, let me show you what it can do," you know. So I get in the car, I go a little fast. I'm going 25, 30. He's going, "Hey, whoa, hey, slow down there. Hey, take it easy. Hey, take it." I go, "No, we're going 35 miles an hour. We're on a racetrack. There's not even another vehicle on the course." And he was hilarious. And he was,
That's great.
at one point, he got it up to 50 miles an hour. He's like, "Oh, this is really flying. Hey, we're moving here now. Hey," you know, that whole thing. And, you know, he was just great. He was just great.
Still have your foot on the brake. Going to put it in drive. All right, let's proceed forward.
By pressing the gas.
Yes. Take your foot off the brake.
Just lightly press the gas, right?
There you go. There you go. There you are. And obviously turn the wheel right to go right. Yeah, okay.
My God, I'm a good car driver.
How do you get around L.A. without a driver's license?
Uber?
So Uber must be like a godsend for you, huh?
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Wait. That's not the...
That's great.
You know what happened there, Jay?
You were going 24 miles an hour.
Was that it?
Yeah, you're going 24.
I confused the brake with the gas momentarily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a good thing, dude. Well, look, you're going 47 now. This is a new record.
It's a new record, man. This is fun. Oh, my Lord. Wait, Jay? Okay.
You're doing all right.
He was, if you didn't know he was Norm MacDonald, you think he was just some sort of odd character, you know?
Right.
But truly a character in the best sense of that word. He was a great impressionist. He did a great Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah, right.
I mean, right down where you thought, is that Burt Reynolds?
Hey, check out the podium. Look at this.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Great.
He did a great Letterman. I'd never seen anybody do Letterman. And he did a great Letterman. It was really, really, I think even Letterman was like, whoa, you know.
Hey, you got any gum? Crunch.
No, he
was a
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. He did Letterman, and they did a whole send up on of Letterman on that.
You know,
on
the
SNL.
saddest part of it, he's one of those guys you just couldn't wait for him to become a cranky old man because he was a cranky young man, you know.
Right.
And Norm was one of those guys you wanted to live forever. It's just because as a cranky young man, it was funny. As a cranky old man, it would be perfectly in character, you know. And he could really then get away with anything because he was an old guy, you know.
Absolutely. Well,
I thought of two things. The first thing I thought of was I might owe Drew Michaels an apology because he made a special with no audience and I hated it. Because I looked at it like a swimming meet with no water or like that's the whole thing. But this was very endearing. It was amazing. This there's no question.
Yeah.
I also forget how poetic he is.
Yeah.
You know, with Norm, like, I didn't know him that well in the 90s. And then when my dad died, I had to do a movie with Norm. And I tried everything to get out of that movie because I was inconsolable. And I couldn't get out of it. And working with him was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was like he was the right guy at the right time. I was inconsolable.
Did he talk to you about your dad a lot? Or what did he do?
Never came up. He just made me laugh.
Yeah, right.
He just, you know, and it was, you know, wistful and musing. And you know, Norm is, you never knew he was setting something up or not. We were just hanging out, and all of a sudden it'd be like this punchline out of nowhere. But it started to become like a work was like a church I go to. Like I couldn't wait to get to work and just hang around this guy.
Sweet.
And I knew he was special.
Yeah.
And I've known people for years and years that didn't make me laugh as much as he did in that 8 or 10 weeks. So he's like a real special person to me. And the way he's funny, I just never seen someone get at it like that. And I feel like he landed the trick.
Yeah,
His timing is like a drummer's. It's like a jazz drummer.
But what would the timing have been with an audience? Still perfect?
I can't tell, you know. He's so nice with it. I feel like it looked like it was supposed to be that. I can't. It's hard to explain.
This is like listening to a good book on tape.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, that's good.
It reminds me of what I liked about him. He's a soothing person to be around.
Yeah, gentle.
There's something about my favorite comedy it's counterintuitive, makes people feel safe, like everything's gonna be all right. This guy was, in a weird way, reconciling his mortality hilariously in front of us. And ironically, he's no longer with us. We're sitting in the aftermath of the life of Norm MacDonald, watching like him be incredibly alive.
How would those have registered in front of a live audience, do you think?
Not one of the suckers' mother's tits would kill.
Oh, well, that would have murdered. He had a
went
bunch
all
of
the way
things that
around
would
the
have
barn
murdered.
for that.
Because, yeah.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Let's keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You go and call 911.
When he smiled, I could picture him as a child.
Oh, yeah.
He is he was my senior, but he's got a boyish charm. When he laughs at his own jokes,
him laughing is amazing.
there's something just joyful about watching it.
Stay safe, folks. I love you. I would drop the mic, but I paid for it.
that was sweet, man.
Holy shit.
Tearjerker ending. Fuck.
Yep.
Would like to say a few words about his memorial.
Yeah,
David?
Norm, Dana, thank you. We went to a memorial, and I'm only bringing this up because Downey's on today, and we did an intro for him, but I just wanted to do because I just went to this thing, and it was supposed to be more of a celebration. You know, it was kind of a funeral. We never had a funeral for Norm, so it was like a good way to everyone get in the same room. I think it was called a memorial, but I thought that wasn't too catchy, and they shouldn't trademark it. It's not catchy like Toyotathon, you know what I mean? So it was supposed to be like a lighthearted thing, but you know, those things do get heavy.
Yeah.
No matter how fun you want it to be, and no matter how much Norm would have wanted it to be light. And so we all gathered. The only interesting thing was, I think they're doing some sort of documentary for Netflix because it was filmed. And that's, you know, they wanted me to speak, and that's harder when people are filming it, as you know, because it's a serious thing and it's embarrassing. It's hard to speak anyway in front of people. And the funny part, you know, so Conan went up, he kind of hosted it. The audience was peppered with like, you know, SNL people, writers, comedians, Dave Attell, Bill Murray from SNL, Sandler, Conan. I mean, Smigel, all these people are everywhere. So a little intimidating, but all friends. And Dana, I don't know if I told you this. So Conan speaks. He brings up Lori Joe, who's Norm's right-hand man, been with him forever. She's the greatest. She set the whole thing up. Ted Sarandos had COVID. He couldn't come. And he's the biggest fan of this whole thing. So by the time Downey spoke, and he was great. And then I went up to speak, and there's stairs going up there, and Conan goes to shake my hand. I wipe out in front of everyone on my face. I don't even do any jokes. I don't go, not funny, Norm. You know, I didn't say anything. I just said, got up, went to the stage, did my little speech, 4 minutes, got off. And then a couple of people, Molly Shannon, a lot of people spoke, Nealon. And then we were sequestered to another room, another whole building where 6 of us watched his special. That was the interesting part.
So
he did a special,
you told me
Dana.
about that. What was it? How did his special happen, Norm?
So you know how I used to do those monologues during Corona where I'd sit at my desk? It was like that. He had a microphone in his hand, and Lori Joe was filming him, and he just said, you know, I keep trying to do my special, but he was getting weaker, which we didn't know, and they kept shutting down theaters, and they wouldn't let him go. And then he goes, I'm just going to run it once, just kind of say it out loud. And then he never got to shoot it. So they said, let's use that and kind of make a documentary. So 6 of us watched it.
So
It's
he's
very
just
weird.
in his room with Lori Joe with a mic going.
No
right.
audience, no nothing.
Yeah.
Even speaking at the funeral memorial, it's very hard when there's like a dolly shot, you know, when you're talking and it's like, push in, he might cry. No, I'm not crying at this part.
That
okay,
is- that
pull
is
back,
different.
pull back.
Yeah.
It's just definitely something, you know, they filmed the Comedy Store with Bob Saget. I thought that was just odd because I think people at home don't know when you make fun of someone at something like that as a comedian, they probably think it's very mean, but it's all of us just lightheartedly making fun of Norm, also saying something sad, you know, whatever. So here we are watching the special, Dana, and very interesting. It's about almost an hour. He's got classic Norm stuff. Some's very rough, you know, where people would be offended, which is good. And some stuff just really kills. And some stuff he meanders. But, you know, he hasn't had a chance to polish it or anything. It's just, hey, I'm going to run through it. So it's not really, we were discussing that. Would this work in a crowd? Yes. But Norm has his, for what he does, it was perfect. They're going to really like it. And we talked about it, discussed about mostly everything was just positive, of course, and excited to be a witness to that.
Did you ever get like a wave of just the surrealness of it, or a wave of like sort of, it's just so strange to see your friend, you know, knowing
I
that
definitely
he's gone.
cried.
It
I
just
definitely
seems-
cried. I didn't at the memorial, but that one, he starts talking about his mom, and you're watching a guy, and this is the last time I've seen him because I've seen him before that, but it was right before Corona. So I haven't seen him, and he looks a little different, you know, and he's a little gaunt, and then you hear him talk, and he was pretty sharp. I mean, it wasn't like He was smoother than my special. Like, he never looked down. I'm like, does he have a set list? What is he looking at? How does he know what's coming up? There was like, no, maybe they tightened it up, but
yeah.
So definitely we're seeing, and then we talked, and then, you know, we had that Adam Sandler taping after that. So, which is coming up soon. So it was a long day. Sandler was in there too. And I just thought it was interesting. And I thought people should know we finally got to have something for Norm. We never talked about it ever. I never talked about it. And I'm glad I got to see it, but it was a little bit of a crier at times, you know.
I always like to think when someone's gone that they're still here. I kind of hear their voice in my head sometimes. And I think what they would say about everything, I don't know. I'm in denial about people being gone.
And also in the last 2 years when I haven't seen him, or a lot of people, you just think they're out there. You just don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you'll run into them. And with Norm, you're just thinking if Norm was alive, he wouldn't want to be here because it's an odd situation, and it's hard to be at those things. And
And then when I see your stand-up periodically, I go out, well, God rest his soul, Norm. But remember you and I and Norm recently.
Oh,
that was the last time I saw Norm.
That for sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe me too, because during Corona, he didn't say what was going on. So he just say, I can meet in a week. And I go, all right, we'll go to this restaurant. Outside? I go, no, I mean, you can come to my house.
There.
But we did this fucking gig, me and Dennis in Oklahoma.
You guys played that big giant casino in Oklahoma?
Yeah, right up an hour south of TriStar.
Yeah.
I think it's
Do we
TriStar.
take a plane or something?
Yeah,
all of us
we
together?
just laughed. So
can you imagine us three idiots?
Oh, yeah, you guys took, Norm, I remember you guys talking about this.
So
gig.
listen, I had a headache, Dennis, right? So my neck was all fucked up as per usual. So we're driving over there, and Norm goes, do you want anything? And he's clutching like a falcon. He's got like some prescription bottle. I go, oh, I think I'm all right. And he goes, do you want fentanyl? I go, fentanyl? And
very Norm.
I go, isn't that the one everyone ODs on? He goes, yeah, but you just dose. You don't overdose. I go, oh, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Was he kidding, or
I don't
was
know.
it real?
That's
that you can't tell with
Norm was like Andy Kaufman if he could have written jokes. You know, it wasn't all, unless I loved Andy, but it was theater pieces. Norm was like that, but he had such
weirdo
an
with
agile.
jokes.
You know, the first time I heard about Norm was I was doing HBO. No, I had a talk show that was syndicated.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody said that there was a new kid from Canada, and they had glimpsed him at the Improv. And I said, well, he said, his name's Norm MacDonald. I think it was Eddie Feldman told me this. And I said, well, tell me, what's he like? And he said, I just remember one joke. Remember, he used to do that great joke about, I feel sorry for the homeless guy, but I really feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because, you know, the dog's thinking, this is the longest fucking walk. I mean, do we go in anywhere? Because I could do this on my own. I laughed so hard at that joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. Isn't that kind of odd there? Guy got no home. You know, but he's got a dog. Yeah. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. Like the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
It's one of his best ones.
I say, well, see if he wants a gig if he's new in town. So they call Norm, and you know how they always say, put together a packet. And this made me laugh. This is the midwife joke that makes me laugh. And he says, Norm says he won't do packets. And that word sounds so,
It's so
it
funny.
sounds grim, like you're a taskmaster when you say, I want a packet of jokes. He said, but I'll send one joke and you can make a determination. So he said, remember the joke he did about Dahmer, where he essentially reads the UPI wire copy of the Jeffrey Dahmer trial, and it's so I mean, it could not be grimmer. It's like Hieronymus Bosch sort of, and he disemboweled the young boy and ate the entry of it, you know, all that stuff. And it gets to the end of the joke, and Norm says, in his defense, Dahmer said he started it. It's
So,
such a Norm.
hire him on the spot.
Hired him on the spot.
Yep.
Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was attacked and killed by another inmate this week. Just before the fight, Dahmer threatened, "Hey, don't mess with me, pal. I used to eat guys like you for breakfast."
And now, here's your host, the star of ABC's Norm MacDonald.
All right. Wow, this is exciting. Thank you, and welcome to the American Music Awards. This is exciting. I'm not actually in music, so let me introduce myself. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Norm MacDonald. For those of you not familiar with me, thank you very much. I am the biological child of Melissa Etheridge and Norm Crosby. So if you want to... Well, that's the big story in music news right now. Melissa Etheridge asked her friend David Crosby to be the biological father of her children. And you know, this was a new experience for David Crosby. Usually when David Crosby picks up a turkey baster, there's a turkey in the vicinity. That's right. He's a fat guy. But this is the 27th Annual American Music Award. It's the first American Music Award of the new millennium, and we're setting a... Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. And we're setting a big record here tonight. Three straight hours of ABC programming without Regis, so that's kind of exciting. You know? You know, before I did the show, I never realized how much work it took to put on a production like this. Check it out. They spent 2 months building all these incredible sets. They had to coordinate 14 live music acts. And most impressive of all, they had to find a seat filler for Jennifer Lopez. She's got a... What the fuck? What was that? Now, maybe you guys are right. Maybe she doesn't have a gigantic ass. I stand corrected. Well, it's been quite a year in music, though. Let's look back. A lot of classic songs have been covered this year, haven't they? Lenny Kravitz did American Woman. Dwight Yoakam did Crazy Little Thing Called Love. And Barry Manilow released an album entitled Manilow Sings Sinatra, and I'll tell you, it is a great CD, or as I like to call it, it is a great coaster. I like to throw my drinks on that. It's not a good CD at all. And you know, with everyone so obsessed with their careers nowadays in music, you know what I mean? Here's a kind of a nice story. Celine Dion is retiring from music to try to start a family, you know, and I think she's serious about it, because I just saw her backstage chasing David Crosby with a bucket and a copy of Swank. So I think she's serious about it. Well, we've got a big show, so let's get it going. Yeah. Here are our first presenters. As Dr. Fraser Crane, he's achieved stardom in TV, and with hits like Come to My Window and Angels Would Fall, she's achieved stardom in music. But they have one thing in common. They both love the ladies. Please welcome Melissa Etheridge and Kelsey Grammer.
You put it you put the juice in the thing, you juice in there, and then you squeeze it out, and you bake it at about 350 for about 4. Oh, hi.
Name Shadaisy comes from the Native American word for my sisters. It's kind of like that other Native American band, Chumbawamba, which means thanks for that one song. Ladies and gentlemen, Shadaisy, right here. Okay, folks, before we continue, I have an announcement from the management. Would the owner of a Glock 9 with the inscription, "Too Puffy with Love," please pick up your gun? It's at the hospitality suite. Well, 1999 was a big year for Latin musicians, and Atlanta Braves pitcher John Rocker thinks they all suck. He especially hates our next performer and has never bought any of his 13 consecutive #1 Latin singles or any of his 17 million albums he sold. So if you're watching now, John Rocker, be a good time to hit the can. For the rest of us, here he is, Enrique Iglesias. That's a coincidence because I did that song in a karaoke bar the other night. That's one of my favorite songs. I was just talking to Dre backstage. I don't know if he's a real doctor, but he did prescribe me some stuff. So I don't know. There he goes. And that leads us to our first special merit award of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, for nearly 30 years, our next presenter toured the country with his band, the Grateful Dead, playing guitar to sold-out arenas of tie-dyed hippies. That's right. Please welcome the late, great Andy Garcia. Well, I'll tell you, it's nice to be back on stage out here. You know, I don't want to say my dressing room is small, but Tommy Lee just dropped by to visit. He shook hands with Carmen Electra. He blew out a wall. He's got a huge... Anyway. I didn't know the Judds were back together. Did you know that? I just saw them. I just saw the Judds backstage. Yeah, you're big Judds fans? I just saw the Judds backstage. Chasing David Crosby around with 6 mason jars and a ham sandwich tied on a fishing pole. I don't know what it means. Our next presenters are talented young stars who became overnight sensations with their brilliant debut albums. And if I can take this moment to offer a little friendly advice, kids, whatever you do, when you put out your second albums, don't suck. Yeah, Savage Garden. That was great. They didn't seem as savage tonight as usual to me, but that might just be me. You know, folks, it's time for our next presenters, and for a long time there's been a rivalry between West Coast rappers and East Coast saxophone players. But tonight they have put their differences aside to be here. Please welcome Warren G. and Kenny G. Our next performers took their name from the nickname of their home state. They picked Lone Star because the other nickname for Texas was already taken by that other band, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, Lone Star! Well, you all know our next two presenters. When he was on the show Silver Spoons, he went by the name of Ricky. But now he's all grown up on NYPD Blue, and he prefers to be called Big Ricky. She is an exceptionally gifted singer and songwriter by the name of Amy Grant, although she also prefers to be called Big Ricky, oddly enough. Ladies and gentlemen, big hand for Big Ricky Schroeder and Big Ricky Grant. Yeah. Too bad Ricky Martin won. The other two people were here. Well, our next group has had a song on the top of the rock charts for 18 weeks. In fact, they had 4 #1 singles off their debut album, My Own Prison. That's more than talent. That's pure dumb luck. Here they are, Creed. Well, tonight we brought together 3 of the hottest top 10 singers, and we put them together on this stage to participate in a bare-knuckle fight to the death. Here are Tyrese, Jessica Simpson, and Julio Iglesias Jr. It's getting more and more exciting. Getting exciting backstage, too. I tell you, all the big stars back there. You know who I just met backstage? I met Old Dirty Bastard and stage. Yeah. Charming couple, the bastard. It was Old Dirty and Fern Bastard. Very nice. Anyway, it's time for our next presenters. You know, the biggest stars in comedy are recognized by just their first names. That's right, Johnny, Lucy, Rodney. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bill Maher and Caroline Ray. Well, this is it, the last award of the night. That's right. In about 5 minutes, everybody here is going to be at a big party, and in 5 minutes, I'm going to collect my $200 paycheck and get my soothing back rub from Dick Clark. The back rub was the deal breaker. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, you know, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. When I was asked to host the ESPYs this year, folks, I said yes immediately for one reason and one reason only. This show has interns. I'll be having a little improper relations backstage a little later. But man, it's great to be here at the 6th annual ESPY Awards. Hard to believe, huh, that the ESPYs are 6 years old. Although Anthony Mason swears they're 18. So, yeah, he'll be having sex with the ESPYs in about 12 years. So, I was a little late here tonight. I took a cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, you know. Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki Arabu. I'm like, Arabu's been having some trouble, man. They fired his translator. Steinbrenner fired his translator. And people see that as cruel, you know, but I don't know, you know. I mean, if you're not doing well in Yankee Stadium, you know, do you really need a translator? Do you want that, you know? You know? Hey, what'd they say? They say you suck. You should go back to Japan, you dirty foreigner. Okay, I got it. I'm trying to pitch over here. It's great to be here on ESPN. I love sports, man. You can see sports on ESPN you don't see on other networks. You know, like kickboxing. That's my favorite sport. Kickboxing is great. When you think about it, it combines the style and grace of boxing with kicking. This seems kind of immature. Just backstage, a lot of celebrities back there, man. I was talking to Jerry Jones, you know, the Cowboys owner, and he's disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, though, man. He's talking about rebuilding the team, you know. And he told me, he says, we have to get back to what made us a championship team. Strippers and crack. Hey, have you heard about this? Ted Turner and NBC plan to start their own rival football league to compete with the NFL. And not much known about the specifics of this new league, except for this, it will suck. They know that. So they might have trouble, you know, getting advertisers when we know it will suck. And of course, congratulations to the Denver Broncos for winning the Super Bowl. How about that?
Denver did great, you know. There he is. I love the Denver fans, you know, because for one thing, they don't wear food on their heads. That's nice. And they had a wild celebration in Denver after that Super Bowl, man. And now city officials expect an even wilder celebration if the Nuggets win 10 games this year. They say they're going to... say the whole city's going to go nuts. Yeah, the Nuggets are having a bad year this year, man. Matter of fact, they're making a film about the team. They got a pretty catchy title. It's Black Men Can't Jump Either. Well, NBA All-Star Weekend over. That was exciting, man. The East beat the West. Jeff Hornacek won the three-point shootout. Houston's Clyde Drexler and Cynthia Cooper won that exciting two-ball thing. And Charles Barkley won the throw a guy through a plate glass window contest. So that was quite a game, you know. I mean, you know who impressed me the most yesterday was Kobe Bryant. Unbelievable. This guy's amazing. 19 years old, the youngest starter ever in the All-Star game, and he played so well that today he was named spokesman for NBC's new public service campaign called Screw It, Who Needs College? Of course, the biggest story in basketball, no question about it, Michael Jordan may retire. Yeah, Michael Jordan may retire after this season, and it's terrible news for Bull fans, you know, but it is terrific news for golf hustlers. They're happy about it. But Jordan is very serious, though, about leaving. In fact, he's already called the Hall of Fame to make sure that his plaque bears his basketball nickname, Air Jordan, and not his baseball nickname, Senior Crappy. That would just be disrespectful, you know? Well, how about them Winter Olympics? They're finally underway, so we've got a lot of great stuff to look forward to the next 2 weeks, like hockey and, well, just hockey, really. I was watching last night, I saw speed skating, and my goodness, you know, could the outfits they wear be any tighter? Holy Lord. There was an East German woman, I swear, you could see the outline of her entire penis. It was... Oh, my goodness. Well, there's all kinds of sports celebrities in the audience tonight. I see Tiger Woods right there. Tiger Woods, how about that, huh? Yeah, he's up for golf. Of course, he's up for Golfer of the Year this ESPYs. And you know who I feel sorry for, folks, is the other two guys nominated for Golfer of the Year. You see these guys getting ready, you know? It's like, hey, honey, have you seen my tuxedo? No, not the good one. The one I wear when I'm going to get my ass kicked. Have you seen that one? Boomer Esiason is with us. Boomer. How you doing, buddy? Boomer, of course, will replace Frank Gifford on Monday Night Football next season. And Frank told reporters that this will allow him to spend more time with his wife and children. Then he broke down and cried for 45 minutes. So... And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. Folks, before
we can begin handing out our awards tonight, we must look.
You know Norm?
Sure, yeah, sure. One of my best friends.
Hey, Norm. Fuck you.
What are you talking about?
Norm?
What happened?
Baited me on Twitter. He goes, I'm going to one day tell you the story of how Doug Stanhope changed my comedy career.
Really?
For good, I hope.
Never.
Never followed up. Like
It's
all
like
my
Johnny Depp
Twitter
not calling you.
followers for like a year now.
And you have no
Like,
idea
hey,
what he was talking about.
One day I'm going to tell this story.
Right.
He never told the fucking story.
And do you know him?
No, I love it. He is on Stern.
Right.
What Charles Grodin was on Letterman.
Yeah, he
just
was
anytime
really good.
he's on.
He's so fast too, like hanging
He's
out.
so good. He's the
The movie Dirty Work came out. Here was the review in my hometown paper of my performance in Dirty Work. Artie Lang has all the charm of a date rapist. That's what it said. Okay. Norm looks at that. My mother was upset. Gets on the phone with my mother and goes, "Hey, Mrs. Lang, that's fucking great. A date rapist has to have way more charm than a regular rapist." He thought of that in like 10 seconds. And then my mother burst into tears.
Jessie May Peluso.
Oh,
is
she's
the
hot?
girl that's really hot. She's not one of the
you
go-to.
fucked her?
No.
Oh.
She's the one that you go, oh, I would fuck her, but I would be in her act so quickly.
Right. And you don't want that.
Because I stink at fucking.
You don't want to get that review from a chick. Who's a comic.
It would be 4 to 5 minutes
Right.
of solid how bad I am in bed.
Well, imagine it was like Roseanne. They're like, oh, guess who sucks at fucking? Well, what are you afraid they'd be too clever in the review?
I swam not naked, but in underpants with Roseanne in Hawaii. We got shit faced at the best bar
That's great.
in Honolulu,
Was she
Arnold's
fat then?
Tiki Bar.
She's never been
Asked
that
for
fat.
Dawn as the bartender at Arnold's Tiki Bar. Me and Roseanne got fucked up. We walked to the beach.
Right.
We just shredded down to our underwear.
Did you make a move?
No,
Yeah, of
but
course
I'm
not.
fucking in love with that woman.
She's a great. She's
is
cool as hell.
So fucking funny.
I've met her before. She's cool as hell.
Yes.
And her and Norm MacDonald were friends because he wrote on her show. And Norm is like, Norm goes, hey, what are you going on? And she's like, eh. And after 10 minutes, I was listening to them talk. And after like about 10 minutes, it became this noise. Just a solid bar.
I can hear it.
But Roseanne is so funny. She's like naturally funny. You know.
All your shows anytime, anyway. How do you do it, for Christ's sake? Where the hell is it? The whole week? Just go to huluplus.com/norm. What? I'm trying to speed up through this. Right now, sign up for huluplus.com.
Norm MacDonald's podcast copy?
/norm.
/norm? You don't get any money from Norm.
This isn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be /bill. /bill. They said Norm. Well, you know what? I like Norm MacDonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm MacDonald. Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do. You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking
truly
funny. Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to. I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh yeah,
that's
and
what
people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah,
was
that's how
amazing.
Norm is. Anytime if Norm's the guest, I'm fucking listening.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier. So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL. And I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, people know I got fired from this show. So now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with. And I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm.
Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show
has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, well, you'll see later. But... Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows.
Call me to say goodnight. Kiss me once or twice. I'll never let go of you. Fold me into your arms. Stay with
And Norm MacDonald in hell fucking hate you. So.
Well, hey, I'm going to give you a quote. Let me see if you can place it.
Okay.
Okay? And here's my sorry impression of the great Norm MacDonald. Hey, a date rapist has to have a lot of more charm than a regular rapist.
I know what that is. Yeah, I know what that is, too.
Yeah, because, that Artie Lang, he's no longer a baby gorilla. He's a big gorilla now.
Oh, we were talking about that.
All right,
That's
thanks,
what-
man. Thanks
that's
for
what Sam
calling.
said.
Jesus.
Oh, terrible.
Glad I took his call.
Norm's co-star, Artie Lang in Dirty Work, one reviewer said that Artie had all the charm of a date rapist.
Right.
And so Norm cheered Artie up by saying...
Well, the date rapist has to have enormous charm.
As opposed to a regular rapist.
Yeah. I mean...
Well, yeah, no, a date rape is he spends more time and money.
Yeah, well, you have to get a date. You have to charm them into your apartment.
He's in many ways smarter.
Yeah.
Well, he's more patient.
It's funny that you said that a real rapist.
Yeah, I mean like a real. Well, date rape, I don't know.
simple rapist.
I mean,
no, it is completely different.
Yeah, it really is different.
Less of a stigma with date rape than, back alley rapist?
No, it's a different motive, I think,
Yeah, well,
sometimes it's a misunderstanding or whatever it is, hormones.
Yeah, somebody
but,
gets
that's
drunk
different than stalking a person and breaking in and raping a 75-year-old woman.
Yeah, like a 75-year-old woman rarely gets date raped.
She has to depend upon the regular traditional rape.
Yeah,
if it's going to happen.
I never have heard that before in my life.
She's not been taken to Nate and Al's and kind of charmed by some old
bingo
dude.
and then wacko.
There's some really weird ideas bouncing around this room.
It's Friday, world's coming to an end. All right, it's Conway and Women, Sam
Nate
Simon
Mel.
and Norm MacDonald are with us.
She's
We're live on
75.
97.1 Free FM.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go. I'm scared of letting go of everything. I'm scared of letting go.
Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
No, but when I was on Saturday Night Live, guys would come on, and they were handsome guys.
Yeah.
And they were convinced they were funny. And the publicist would go, "Oh, this is going to be really good for Gabriel's career because he's so funny, And then the fucking guy wouldn't be funny at all. And I came to me that how they always say like women like guys with senses of humor. It turns out they just laugh at handsome guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody lies, right? You gotta lie there, but you ever lie for no reason? That's a bad lie there. Usually there's a reason, like you want to protect somebody's feelings or, screw over your buddy or something like that, but you ever lie for no reason at all, just all of a sudden a big lie spills out of your evil head there, And you don't even know, like a guy comes up to you and go, "Hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse?" And you go, "Yes." And in the back of your head, you go, "What the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head?" I don't know, man.
Norm's one of those guys, he'll write something, it's a really funny joke, but also let you realize he's a sick fucker. It's like he said,
Yes.
You ever find yourself, one of his Norm's bits, so I just thought like, I fell off my chair, and he said, you ever find yourself lying, telling a lie, and you're halfway through, you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Saying, hey, did you see Avatar? Yeah. To me, that's just a monster.
Yeah.
That's a twisted mind.
Yeah, he's good.
And my favorite thing about Norm is that he will just flat out lie. Just for his own entertainment, he'll just tell you a story that has never happened. He's completely making things up.
I was with
He does it
Larry
all the
Flint
time.
at the White House.
Yeah.
And he
Something
said,
like that.
I'll hook you up. Now, if my uncle from the plains of Ontario said, I'll hook you up, he'd probably get you a nice mincemeat pie. But when Larry Flint says it,
Yeah.
something dirty.
Best.
Truly one of the best.
Is the First Lady a compulsive liar, though? It's beginning to look that way. In an interview on last night's 2020, intended to promote her new book, It Takes a Village, Mrs. Clinton folded under tough questioning by Barbara Walters and admitted that, in fact, it does not take a village, and furthermore, that she was aware that it does not take a village when she wrote the damn book. Meanwhile, President Clinton is hard at work on Tuesday's State of the Union address, in which he'll focus on crime, education, and the economy. At the request of the First Lady, part of the president's speech will be huge lies. More questions about Hillary Rodham Clinton's truthfulness. In an interview this week, the First Lady claimed that she won the women's 100-meter dash at the 1956 Olympics, and that she had an IQ of, quote, over 700. When it was pointed out to her that these were not especially good lies, Mrs. Clinton responded, I know, I have a problem, and then added, I invented the formula for 7-Up. In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. For years, Hillary Rodham Clinton has told people that she was named for the first man to climb Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary. But as Esquire magazine recently pointed out, Sir Edmund did not climb Mount Everest until 1953, 6 years after Hillary was born. However, the First Lady does have a good explanation for the discrepancy. She loves to lie. A former Arkansas banker told the Senate Whitewater Committee this week that he gave Bill Clinton a $20,000 loan as a favor, even though it was, quote, unacceptable banking practice. In response, President Clinton stated that he has no recollection of such a loan, while First Lady Hillary Clinton said, we've never even been to Arkansas. Our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies. Stephen J. Hawking, the renowned astrophysicist, regarded as Albert Einstein's intellectual successor, conceded defeat this week in a wager he made 6 years ago with two professors at the California Institute of Technology. Hawking incorrectly bet against the existence of naked singularities, the mathematical point in a black hole where space and time are infinitely distorted, where matter is infinitely dense, and where the rules of relativistic physics break down. With all due respect to Mr. Hawking, what the hell were you thinking? I would have taken that bet, made a quick $20. On Wednesday, world chess champion Garry Kasparov tied Deep Blue, the IBM supercomputer that can examine 200 million positions per second, in the fourth game of their 6-game series. Earlier in the week, Kasparov admitted he made a catastrophic blunder in Game 2 when he failed to force a draw by moving rook to e8, opting instead for a Caro-Kann defense that soon transposed into a Pribble defense, which, after Deep Blue moved bishop to e7, gave him the advantage with his knight position. With all due respect to Mr. Kasparov, what the hell were you thinking?
When you touch my body, I know you are something, and I can't ignore it. My friends told me if I wanna go to the beach, but it will be better if you come things are better. We are around and there's only by my side. That's what I need. That's what I need. Things are better. We are around and there's only by my side. That's what I need. That's what I need. I love you so much better with me. I'm looking forward to my days.
Can I tell you, this reminds me a little bit of Mike Douglas.
Really?
And I'm going to tell you the greatest talk show in the history of talk shows was Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas.
And his co-host was Sly.
Now, people are going to think that's Michael Douglas. You should probably explain to the folks.
Well, who's watching? Is this in the United States?
Well, I'll explain to the
Yeah,
folks.
no, don't explain everything.
Mike Douglas.
Oh, you
Mike Douglas
just take everything out of it. There's no sense being here.
I'm saying to the folks at home that Mike Douglas was a talk show host, someone in the vein of Merv Griffin. He was a singer.
Call me when you're through, because I forgot what I
Because I
was
wanted to
talking
explain.
about. Okay.
And he had a talk
His
show.
co-host this week was
And every
Sly
week he had a co-host.
of Sly and the Family Stone.
Sure.
And he was stoned out of his bird.
Probably
So
3
they
hours
opened the show, and he says, Sly, he says, I understand you're getting married. And Sly said, we're going to play 2 engagements on Sunday, and then Monday we're going over to Cleveland, and then we're going to come back. He said, no, aren't you getting married? I don't know if the Horns are going to be there for this engagement, but hopefully we'll be all right, and we'll play and get it done. And Mike goes like this, boop. So let's go to commercial. Now, as Sly is sitting here, he brings out Peter Marshall.
Yeah.
From Hollywood Squares. Peter sits right here.
Because the idea of the show is to
don't
mix.
do this, don't do this. And he says, Peter, who's a great guy, by the way. Peter, he says,
His son plays
you're
baseball.
taking Hollywood Squares to Vegas. You're taking it to the road.
Yeah.
He says, yeah. He said, are you going to change it? He says, no. He says, when it comes to Hollywood Squares, you got to call a spade a spade. Oh. And Sly turns to Peter Marshall on this show and said, I'm going to get you. They go to commercial, they come back, and Sly is still staring at Peter. And Mike Douglas now says, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to bring out the smallest man in the world, Ringling Brothers' own Mishu the Midget. And this guy comes out, and he is the smallest man in the world. Mike picks him up, puts him in the thing, his shoes are like this, that's what you see. And so what you see on camera now is Sly still staring at Peter, and him talking to Mishu. And he says, Mishu, how old were you when you joined the circus? And Mishu said, Brot. He said, what? Bridget. No, when did you first join? He said, Grad. He said, do you speak English? He said, Brit. He said, oh my God, let's go to commercial. They come back, they bring out his interpreter who is wall-eyed. And that's what you had for the last part of the show. Sly staring at Peter and a wall-eyed interpreter with a midget who didn't speak English.
That's going way smoother than this show.
This story, Sly. We get on the plane, and there was Richard Burton.
You know, it really is. This is worse.
Sly, will you?
Hey, wait.
Excuse me. Will you look at me once in a while? So
Go ahead, Pete. Anyway, we get on the plane, and there's Richard Burton. You know Richard Burton? Yeah. Right. And he's on the plane. Yeah. I know Richard Burton. Big guy. Yeah. Big in the biz guy. Yeah. And he's there, and he has 9 seats all alone, right?
9 seats?
9 seats to himself.
For what?
I don't know. He didn't want to be bothered, but he had the first seat. So now you get on the plane, and you have to pass Richard Burton, right? There he is. He takes a shine to, excuse the expression, That's terrible. I apologize. That's tacky. That's really tacky. I apologize. No, but he takes a liking. How about that? A liking to Karen Valentine. Oh, yes, he was. I'm going to get you. You know that, don't you?
You want me to go back there?
Oh, let me stay there. I thought it was going to say Blade.
Do you have any other color jokes? I mean, he's just blue and yellow.
Did you just say, do I have any other colored jokes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking Jimmy the Greek over here. I don't want to.
Jimmy the Greek.
How about Jimmy the Greek gets kicked out for being a racist? Meanwhile, they call him the Greek. I'm going to lose it though.
Yeah, it's the heaviest I've ever seen.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
you sweat
like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
a whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist.
2 businessmen bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million. They are very excited with their purchase, as this is the only legal way to own black people. Now that is here, and I read that.
Well, you're not there. You know how businessmen are racist?
They are.
Yes, it's them being racist.
They
not
are.
You.
The two businessmen that bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million are racist, according to this.
Oh, no, they're fine, man.
They're...
Jim's.
That's what you said their neighbor was? Jim Ping?
That is my neighbor. A nice fella.
Nice guy?
Let me as abacus
I want to do this.
Jesus. Oh, come on. That's not a Chinese guy.
I wasn't saying it was.
No, that's kind of racist.
What are you, Mickey Rooney?
Hey, come on.
I know he's dead, but Mickey Rooney did a very racist thing, like you just did, in a movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's by the wonderful Truman Capote.
I wasn't doing anything racist, and you know it. But go ahead.
We start talking. She's texting me at like 4 a.m. And I'm like, oh, you know, what's going on? She's like, oh, I'm bored and I wish I had some weed. You want to come over? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And she's sending pictures of her. Oh, maybe we'll have fun. And I'm like, so at this point,
what were the pictures?
It was like her bent over with no, clothes on and stuff. And I'm like, but at this point, my cock's making the decisions. Anyway.
Tell me.
And so I call my friend, and then she's like, yeah, just can you bring a C note? Well, I have a roommate that sells $100 bill, and we'll go get some weed, and you can come on. And I'm like, yeah, am I getting mugged? And I call my friend. He said, put the phone number into Facebook, and you can see who the person is.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, so I put the phone number into Facebook, and the profile comes up. It's this black guy in a ski mask in all the pictures.
It doesn't matter what race he was.
So
As a matter of fact, I don't know how I knew he was black. He was wearing a ski mask.
Well, you could tell. So I head over there. No, I know.
You can tell.
I know.
No,
I've never heard his view on African Americans until this very show. That's interesting that you got that out of him.
Plenty of black friends.
Plenty of black friends.
Dated a black woman for months. No, I'm not a racist.
Yes.
If a man has a job and he is a racist, should the job be taken away from him?
No.
Okay.
But his fellows should.
Good news for him.
Yeah.
Not a racist.
Do you know the joke about B.B. King's wife?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
B.B.'s having a birthday, so she wants to surprise him. So she goes to the tattoo parlor. She says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. So the guy does it. She goes home. B.B. comes home. She opens the door, bends over, drops her shorts, and says, surprise! He said, who's Bob?
That's racist.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The one and only Super Dave. Honest born in this joke about
Yeah, sell that to Michael Richards, man.
Well, that's not a racist joke.
Yeah, sure it isn't.
Who's Bob?
Yeah, you know, that's...
Now, what do you think about this dog, the bounty hunter? Have you been following that at all, Norm?
Oh, that guy, I mean, to me that sounds racist. But like you gotta remember that even though that is a racist comment, listen, man, we've all known bounty hunters in our time, you know, and they have that thing like curse like a sailor. Well, that could go for bounty hunters just as well. They just chose sailor. Those guys. I mean, they're not like you or me, you know?
No, they're bounty hunters.
If you choose that as your career, you know, you're a bounty hunter. Listen, some salty language is not going to be a... You may as well just be a longshoreman. No, there's nothing worse than bounty hunting.
Norm, you're a genius. All right, we got a couple minutes left. Anything else you want to lay on the listeners before we leave today?
That was funny, that bounty hunting thing. Seems like he's going to get a pass on it, right?
I don't think so, Norm. I think he's in trouble.
Are his bounty hunting days over?
Where's he go from that?
We can't keep you on. I'm sorry, but, you know, you have to... You know, you have a public image of hunting down criminals in their hotel rooms, diving at them in the middle of the night and beating them up. We can't have you saying racist things. I don't know.
All right, Norm, I'm going to put some oxygen on my face here and recover. You're going to be on every Friday now?
Yeah, that'll be fun, right?
Oh, are you kidding me?
I'll be like your Pete Barbuti.
Barbuti. No, stop. Chuck Mangione references too far behind.
Yeah.
Thank you, Storm and Norman. We'll talk at you down the road. This is the Dennis Miller Show.
Norm, come to my 5th grade class. I dare you.
Well, where does she? Is it? Are there black people there?
Oh my God! Where's the 925? Why is it harder if there's black people there?
Because black people are generally poor, and poor people are generally dangerous.
Oh my God! Wow,
I can't
Norm!
believe you just went there.
What? Black people are rich?
Black people span all the strata.
No.
And you're saying
you
white
gotta check
people
your
are
statistics.
poor and, oh
no,
my
black
God.
people are poorer than white people. You didn't know that? Are you telling
Norm.
me that you think black...
What I'm saying is that I try not to pigeonhole people into black people
truth.
are poor, not into the truth. Listen, there's a huge ignored middle class black population out there. How dare you say black people are poor and therefore dangerous?
Because I want them to be not poor, that's why.
And really, how are you what's your plan?
My plan is to first of all admit that the black people have less money than white people. Because we
Black
live in a
people,
racist
our phone
society.
number is 800-400-FM97. If you'd like to talk with Norm MacDonald, I'm sure he'd love to take your call
Absolutely.
right now. Michelle, you're on the air.
I just wanted to say that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And you need
What, that black people are poor? It's hilarious.
The teacher thing, and
Oh.
you need to probably act like you're not offended by that, because first, you don't have a right to act like you're offended, and that was funny as hell. He is right about black people being poor. You know it. I know it.
Oh,
and the
my
black
God,
people know
what
it.
has happened on this show?
Well, he taught us a lot today. I think moms...
Oh, it's a learning show.
Mom's an easy job.
Where have
Teachers
you
an
guys
easy
been
job.
living for the last 300 years?
Paris, you are on the air.
I think that is completely untrue.
Go on.
Not all black people are poorer
Amen.
than
Sister?
white.
Oh, I didn't say that.
That's what you
No,
said.
you said
I
black
said
people
black
have
people
less money
have
than
less
white people.
money than white people.
You've
Yeah.
been to West Virginia? Because there's some white people with no money there.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, okay. You're saying one black person has more money than one
Yeah,
white
okay,
person.
like, what
True.
about Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. What about Eddie Murphy?
You're
Yeah.
saying by and
No,
large,
you're right.
if you
You're
break
right.
it down.
You're right. Yeah, of course, black people have less money than white people.
As
Not
an average.
true. Not all black people have less money than white people.
Oh
but he's
my
talking
God.
in
Oh
okay.
my
We all
God.
get what he's saying.
Listen. Guys in wheelchair. There's a guy in a wheelchair that can go faster than me in a race. But if I said guys in wheelchairs are generally slower than me, come on.
The way you said it was so harsh that to
Give
say...
your head a shake. Give your head a shake.
Oh, my God. All right, thank you. Hey, it's Danielle from Big Brother. Famously black woman.
Where's my 40 acres and a mule? I need my 40 acres and a mule. But you know what? He's right.
Yeah. Go on, Danielle.
I mean, if you think
School
about
us.
it, there's been cases where the same person will apply for a job, and at times the other race gets the higher pay. I'm just keeping it real, folks.
All right, thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
All right, just sum it all up, Norm MacDonald.
Well, I'm saying that having
Try
less
to offend everyone equally.
having less money or having or not having less money is not a product of your nature. It's that you don't have the money because the white people don't give you the money.
It's actually supportive of black people to say that, actually.
707
Of course
says...
I'm supportive of black people. I'm in a room of
You're
racists.
saying that to have justice,
Oh,
we should
my
all
God.
have equal,
The 415 says maybe we should
That's
educate
funny.
our... Do you want to keep him for the next segment? At this point, I'm not sure. I'm finding Norm to be somewhat on the offensive side.
You know what, though? I love that he's saying all this stuff and then looks over with a big smile.
I know,
and
big smile. He's like, oh, man, they're going to talk about this all day.
Well, I didn't know that everyone. I thought San Francisco was a little more open than.
No, San Francisco actually
They're racist?
isn't. No, they're not racist.
Well, so far, by the way, most people have agreed with me.
We got name, everybody's an identity, Like, let's say your sexuality. Let's say a guy likes a guy. That's a homosexual. If you are attracted to a member of your own gender. If you're attracted to a member of the opposite sex, then you're a heterosexual. But what about a guy like me just whacks off all the time? What am I? I don't know. I don't even think I got a word. There's two reasons guys will hang themselves from the neck. One is, like we said, to escape this worthless masquerade of a life we pretend we have. And the second reason we hang ourselves from the neck is to whack off. These guys, I don't understand. But this is what I was thinking about whacking off. Think about this. It's kind of like a psychotic break you got to do, Like in your mind, in your picture, you have to have a picture there of you with a lady, and you got to believe it so much that you don't even believe what's really happening. Do you know what I'm getting at? Like, I don't know. Like a lot of guys, I don't have a great imagination. Like a lot of guys will do it with a Playboy magazine, say, or maybe Victoria's Secret or something like that. But I ain't got the imagination for that. You know what I mean? Like, I try, but then I'll go, okay, you come on over here with your Victoria's Secrets. I'll show you your underwear. I don't know why I'm mean to them, but, but I'll go, why don't you come on over and take off your underwear? And they go, no, I'm not doing that. And I go, no, I went down. Well, goodbye. I didn't think you would. Sorry about that crack about asking you to take your underwear off, but I don't have the imagination for that. However, there is this lady that works down the street from me at the 7-Eleven. And she's not much to look at, but she likes me, and that's the important thing. And I know in that certain way, that women like men. And I know she likes me on account of one time I was buying sour cream and onion chips and vanilla Swiss almond ice cream, and I'm getting it, right? And she goes, I like sour cream and onion chips too. And I go, oh yeah, that's interesting. And she goes, no, I really like them. And then I look up, I'm like,
because sometimes the shadow of the thing is bigger than the... Anyways, I knew that she liked me. So then, for the next 2 months, you know, I'm whacking off and, oh my God. Now, in my head is me and the girl. I don't think any guy could just, in his head, have, you know, himself whacking off. That wouldn't work. And I'm only talking about men. Because I've asked women, you know, I've said, what do you do when you lie with yourself and make your finger a blur like a hummingbird's wing? What do you think of in your head? And then they go, oh, a hammock. And I'm like, oh. So anyways, they're a little more advanced. But we have to think of a specific scenario. So my scenario is the lady from 7-Eleven. I go, hey, they're giving you a break. I'll show you a break on over here. My jokes don't even make sense. But anyways, I get them. But what I'm interested in is in the moment when the fever breaks. You know what I mean? When that 4 seconds of issue that you spend so much time going after, it ends. You know what I mean? So, because you're thinking of all these things in your head, you've just got a psychotic break going that would rival a paranoid schizophrenic. And then all of a sudden it stops. You know, you're like, ah! Ah! It's just me. There are no ladies at all. It's just me. I gotta get a hold of myself. What'll I do here? I know. I'll go downstairs now. I'll get a cheese sandwich. Yeah. I'll never think about this again. That's right. So I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I feel bad about doing that. Self-abuse, you know, lying down with myself on account of because I'm a Christian, you know. But I'll tell you this, you know, a lot of people think Christians are self-righteous, but we're not. We're sinning all the time, you know, all the time. For instance, I eat apples. Now think about that for a second. It's on page 1. Worst thing you can do in the world. And I'm munching down apple. Ah! You know? Oh, sure, I love apples, but is it worth getting raped by the devil for all of time? I say no. Anyways, I know there's a God. And people go, well, you're only a Christian because you grew up in a Christian. And I understand that. And that's one of my biggest fears, you know, is that I picked the wrong religion, you know, that I believed, but then I die and I go, ah, it's you. I thought it was the other fella. Ah. I should have been slaying apostates the entire time. Oh, well.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. I keep loving.
I'm bad at whacking off.
What? Bad at it?
Yeah.
How could you be bad at it?
I know. You would think it would be easy. Oh, yeah. It would be fortunate.
You cannot make yourself come?
Oh, I can, but at the wrong times. And I didn't even know about lotion.
Oh, till when?
Till somebody that was intimate with me said, what are all those big red scabs on your cock?
Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people, which once again proves my theory: women can't drive. And I don't drive, you know. I can't drive. Never learned. Because I don't know how to drive a car, you know.
You don't drive at all?
No, I never learned how.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't like them. I find them dangerous, you know.
This is an emotional issue. It's not can you drive or can't you drive. Everyone knows I could teach you to drive in 20 minutes. That's not the issue.
No, okay.
I do know that. This is an emotional issue, Norm. Are you willing to trust me? Do you want to take a step, or do you just want to be, bathing in your own urine for the rest of your life? Do you want to take that
options?
first step out of that apartment and in toward the light? Would you like to take that step? Would you like me to help you take that step?
Do you have like an earpiece and Dr. Drew is talking through you?
That's an ass piece, but yes, it is Drew's voice.
Whatever.
I find I can hear him better that way.
I would agree to
It doesn't show
I would
up on
agree.
camera.
I would agree to do that. I mean, I might.
Would you agree to do that?
I agree, but I might say no later because it scares me.
That's
Hey,
right
that's
now.
a baby step.
No,
That's a baby step.
right now, in your thrall, I feel like I could do it.
Norm.
Like, you're very persuasive and
But
convincing.
please,
and I
please,
believe you.
please.
And also, since your life's at stake, I know
My
that.
life is at stake.
But also, you
It would be
don't know-
the day comedy died if you drove off a cliff with you and I in it. Except for all the other funny people that be left behind.
Yeah, until they cast Dana Gould as death.
Yeah.
And then we'd be forgotten.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be the day death died. Oh, wait a minute. All right. So listen, Norm, I would like to do this for you. And I know you find it, you see, this is an emotional issue. It's not a practical issue.
No.
Obviously, I can teach you to drive.
No,
It'll be safe.
I know intellectually because I see old ladies and young children,
Yeah.
like you say. I see every other person,
Right.
so I go, well, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have handicapped people drive vans with their teeth, Norm. You don't think you could handle it?
Yeah, no.
I could teach you to drive. Let's do that, Norm.
Okay.
Let me offer you that freedom.
Well, let's for now say yes. But I don't want to. But we
keys
can't.
to a new
This is the thing.
Norm.
Why can't I?
But I
See,
gotta say this. I gotta say this. If we do it, it cannot be in any ways a comedy. But all of a sudden, I can't go. You can't go. Here's Norm. Put on this suit. And I'm like, no, wait. And then we're at a racetrack
Norm.
in Ventura, and
I would
I'm
treat-
racing against Gilles Villeneuve's son.
Yes. Jacques, F1 driver. Listen, point is this. First off, I would treat you...
Because I've had that before where they've gone, this is what my manager said, do you want to be in a celebrity race car event? And I go,
No.
I don't have a license. And they go, the funny thing is, they'll never think to ask.
That's
what my manager tells me.
You know how I would treat you? I would treat you like a horse that I rescued who'd been abused.
Uh-huh.
That's how I would treat you. Do you know what I mean? No sudden movements.
You'd whack
lots
me
of
off.
petting on the snout.
You'd whack me out.
Just to relieve a little pressure. Nothing gay.
Gigantic cock.
Just to take the edge off. I'd feed you a carrot through my mouth. No, I wouldn't move. I wouldn't light off any fireworks. I wouldn't do any. I would be very soothing. I'm going to put the best of Enya in the CD player of the Lexus, and I'm going to teach you how to drive Norm MacDonald.
Hey there, it's time for Weather in a Minute. It's a silly little segment we do maybe once every 5 years or so, but we brought it back. We're doing it today. And, Larry, the older we get, the less tolerant I become and the slower you become. I'm thinking I am dying for like an ice cream sandwich or something from the cafeteria. Give you the helmet. If you can get down there and get it, we've found a way to get you down that hallway a little bit quicker also. This will replace the running that you've had to do. These are a great way to get around. You can get the speed up on that thing, Larry. It looks like you're going like 2 miles an hour.
There's no brakes.
That's all right. You don't need brakes. You're just going down the hall. It's not like you're into traffic. Floor it. So there you go. If you can, like an ice cream stand, I think there's a guy from like the Hancock. It's a hard left turn. No, you missed a turn. There you are. Is that like the mascot from the Hancock is in there? Give him a hug or. There you are. Nice to see him. Boy, that's nice of him to even offer. All right. Did you get it? All right. There
Hey, Norm, come on, you're up next.
You got Norm
Norm MacDonald's down here.
Get him on. Put him on one of those.
Come on, Norm, you're up next.
This is like the two of you in like 3 years. Senior citizens racing down the hall. Very nice. Don't forget to bring me the ice cream sandwich. Boy.
Whoa!
Wait, wait.
I know I went too far.
That's right. I'm
Get
just
your
thinking,
ice cream.
thank you very much.
Come on, Norm.
Norm, nice to see you. Let me get that out of your way. Come on, yeah, follow him.
Did I lose,
See
Norm?
you later.
I lost you, sorry. Watch the cables, man. Oh, no. Wow.
All right, welcome back to the big show. Let me just get rid of this doll of steak. So, Paul is working out today. You know what health club I work out there, don't you, Paul?
No, which one?
Work out at Crunch. So this waiter comes to our table, Paul. He's one of the real oily guys. You know those kind of guys, real oily. He looks right at me. He gives me one of these, like, "Hey, enjoying your shrimp?" Enjoying it.
So, he wanted to know if you enjoyed the shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, enjoy your shrimp? Finishing the cool down when this big hulking man walks up to me, big guy, looks me right in the eye, and he gives me one of these. He goes, you got any gum? You got any gum?
He asked you for some gum.
Yeah, that's right. Hey.
He's not on the show.
You got any gum? Crunch. First guest here on the program, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, Robert De Niro.
You two have a good time, I'll give you that. You know, it reminds me of the time that Marty and I were making Taxi Driver. We're filming Taxi Driver. Marty turns to me, he says,
Oh, let me guess. Probably said this, probably. Yeah, you enjoy the shrimp? Yeah, you enjoy the shrimp? Hey, you know who I bet really enjoyed the shrimp? Chong. Hey, what about basketball, though, huh? The Bulls have already lost, too. What do you think of that?
I think my appetite for unconventional sex knows no bounds.
You got any gum? This is Jen Allison. Good night, everybody. Yeah, Paul, Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls will be in. Do you enjoy the Spice Girls, Paul?
Spice Girls, yeah.
Yeah, well, they'll be on the show.
Paradise with your body, I don't wanna share. We're making dynamite, explosive love intentions building in the air.
What you did on Saturday Night Live was the Letterman impression.
Right.
Did you have to clear that in any way or check it out?
Well, not legally, but...
No, but I mean, just as a courtesy, you know.
Yeah, I told him, I won't do it if you don't want me to do it.
Yeah.
Because I have, like, great respect for him. I didn't want to do it in any way insulting, so I just tried to do an exact impression with no comment on it, you know what I mean? And then Letterman phoned me, and he said he was okay with it, you know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I felt better about that.
Now, when he put you on the spot like that, you know, to do the impression right in front of the man, it's got to be a little scary, huh?
Yeah, it was very scary, and because I had just done it on Saturday Night Live the week before, and when I came on, I was sure. I said, Dave's going to ask me this question. So everybody that works at the Letterman show, they all know Dave.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I know Dave, he won't ask you. So I'm like, all right. So it turns out they don't know Dave. And, you know, I, as a casual...
I'll tell you how I watch Saturday Night Live. I tune in about 5 of midnight to watch Norm do the news, and now I hear that he's been fired from the show. You are the shining light on Saturday Night Live. The best part of Saturday Night Live is when you do the news.
Right.
And in fact, when I went on Saturday Night Live, I only wanted to be on the news. I refused to be on any of the sketches.
And you actually said this.
And I said, the rest of Saturday Night Live sucks except for Norm.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great, right?
Turned out you were completely wrong.
According to the experts.
It was like over the holidays, it was...
what holiday was that?
The Christmas.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. All right, just be clear.
Over the Christmas holidays, I was...
Where were you? Were you at home?
I was in Los Angeles, and then...
With your wife?
Yeah. Then I started hearing stuff about, hey, it doesn't look good, and things, they want to make changes, and I didn't know what they were talking.
Who was telling you this?
Just different people at Saturday Night Live, you know.
The cast, you mean?
No, the people that work there, like the other guys that you don't know.
Is it true that the rest of the cast doesn't like you much? I read that in the paper today. Is that true?
You did?
Yeah, come on, be honest. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know for a fact, because I did Saturday Night Live. You told me you lock yourself pretty much in your own room and you don't really communicate much with the rest of the staff. Is that true?
The cast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like them.
You do? But
Yeah.
they don't like you much?
Well, how the hell do you know if a guy likes you or not?
You can tell if people enjoy being around you. Are you difficult?
Oh, no.
You're not. Okay. All right. So you... He probably is.
I don't think Norm sees himself.
No. So you had heard rumors that there were going to be changes. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Who said that to you?
Just people, I don't know.
Name
people
names.
On the show. Well, nobody knows.
Why are you being so evasive? Name the names of the people
You
who
can
said
tell us what their position is. I mean,
Well, guys on the show, you know, nobody knows these.
Would you say guys on the show?
You know, like not cast members, it's just
Writers.
writers?
The guy with the long hair, the fat guy who writes for you. What's his name? Okay, so he tells
Frank
you.
Sebastiano.
Frank Sebastiano. He's
You
a
want
good
me
guy.
to name names?
He's a funny guy.
So he told you it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
Yeah.
So but you got to see Frank Sebastiano to know that you would not put any credence in anything he
Oh,
said.
okay.
All right, go ahead.
So Frank Sebastiano keeps telling me it doesn't look good, and I'm going, that's just Frank, you know.
Yeah, he don't know it.
Right?
Yeah, right.
So, then, you know, and plus everybody's always saying that to me. Hey, things don't look good.
Right. You even say things don't look good.
Yeah,
right.
people don't like you, and I go, I don't know what. Who cares, right?
Can't believe that people don't like you. But go ahead.
So then when I got back there this week, right? And so then I was hanging out and stuff, and then the guys go, hey, man, you got to call this dude Don Ohlmeyer, who's the president of the network.
Don Ohlmeyer is the president of NBC.
Right.
And they're telling you you've got to call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
He tried to get in touch with you, and they said, please call Don Ohlmeyer. Who tells you to call Don Ohlmeyer?
He didn't try to get in touch with me. He said to Lauren, I want this guy off update, you know.
He said
What?
Don Ohlmeyer wants you off update.
He told Lauren that.
Lauren wants you on, but
Right.
Don Ohlmeyer wants you off.
Right.
I don't buy that for a minute.
Well, what do you...
Lauren wants you off of it. And he's afraid to tell you to your face because he has
So
a
he has
relationship
Don
with you.
Ohlmeyer do it.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
Because
Go
what's
ahead.
he got to do with Saturday Night Live?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Yeah?
I'd bet any amount of money on it.
So you're telling me Lauren got me off Saturday Night?
Yeah.
Doesn't he run Saturday Night Live?
They don't tell Lauren who to take off Saturday Night Live. You think Lauren's on you? Lauren digs you, right?
Yeah.
You think Lauren is against what Don Ohlmeyer is doing?
Well, that's what he told me.
And that he can't do anything about it?
Man, you're naive. First you speak to Lauren, right? And Lauren says call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah, he said, you know, you should call Don and...
When has any staff member had to call Don? Lauren's the guy in charge of Saturday Night Live. Why do you have to call Don Ohlmeyer?
Well, he's like apparently I don't even know what the guy is.
Yeah.
He's the president of the whole network.
Yeah, but when any other instructions about what you're doing happened, where did they come from?
In my...
In your tenure there, who talked to you about what was going on?
Answer the question.
It was Lauren.
Right.
Fine.
So why now are you talking to Don Ohlmeyer? Because Lauren doesn't have the balls to tell you he wants you off Weekend Update.
Wait a minute. Lauren doesn't want me on Weekend Update?
Right.
That's it.
I'm being serious with you now. Of course.
Well, that's horrible.
All right. So you called Don Ohlmeyer. Tell me more about what happened
He
here.
told me he wanted me on Update.
Yeah, of course he told you
to
that.
you.
He's lying. I would do the same thing. If I didn't want Fred on the show, I wouldn't do it myself. I know Fred 10 years. I can't do it. I'd have Tom tell him. Right.
Wait a minute.
Of course.
No, but you
Every weasel does that. I'm the biggest weasel there is.
Lauren doesn't want to tell you. How's Lauren going to tell you? He
Right.
likes you.
He likes me, right?
Right, but he doesn't want you anymore.
Oh.
It's a business thing.
Be serious with me. Do you buy for a minute that Don Omar has the power to do this?
And what is Don Omar probably doesn't even watch the show.
All right, let me hear this. So when you called Don Omar, what did he say?
He said he didn't want me to do an update.
Why?
Because he doesn't think I was funny.
He said that to your face. I mean, he said that to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think you're funny.
On the phone he did this?
Yeah.
And you said, well, I am funny, right?
No.
What did you say?
I said, you know, funny is just whatever you think. I mean, I believe you don't think I'm funny.
You might be the only funny guy on there, on that whole show. That might be the only...
Don thinks the rest of the show is funny.
Does Don think the rest of the kids? Does he think those cheerleaders are still funny?
He said to me that update is like dragging down the show, and that...
Really?
That, yeah.
Gee, I must not know anything.
Yeah. Well,
and then what did you do? Did you yell at him? Did you say anything to him, or did you just hang up? Well, tell me.
No, I just said, listen, you know, if I'm unfunny, then he said, you know, I want you to be better. And I go, well, I can't, because if I'm not funny...
How can I make myself funny?
An unfunny guy can't be funny, yeah.
Right. This is really the discussion you have with this idiot.
Yeah, so then I said, but this decision is coming from you, right? And he goes, what? And then I go, because... you know, because I talked to people on the show, Lauren and stuff, and they're for me. And he goes, well, if that's what they tell you, sure, blame me.
Oh. So he's basically telling you.
What?
That it was a group decision, and he had nothing. I mean, really, it was Lauren's decision.
No, he said blame me.
He said blame him, but he's saying basically, you know.
So that's it? That's what you want to say?
What? I don't know. What?
You're accepting this?
What do you mean?
And are you now with Saturday Night Live in any other capacity, or have you quit? Out and out.
No, I got to keep doing sketches.
Is that right?
And you don't want to do sketches?
I don't. I mean, I don't. I'm not. You know.
And who will be the news guy now on Saturday Night Live?
I think maybe it's Colin.
That's what it says in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it says you agreed to be replaced.
Well, that sure is hell ain't true.
That's not true.
No,
you love doing the weekend update. Sure, and be serious.
Yeah, that's the thing I like doing the best. That's the only thing I like doing.
Can't get a read on you. I don't know what's going on with you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, when somebody fires you,
That's it.
What the hell?
Well, what are you going to do about this?
So you're going to go back and you think they're going to write you into skits, actually?
Well, you know, the thing I don't like is they write you into things, and you can't, you know. Like, I don't have no character where I'm...
Well, you do Letterman. You do that good.
Yeah, I do, like, I don't want to do Letterman anymore, but I do some impressions and stuff. But sometimes they write you in sketches, and this is what they didn't do when I was on Update, because I had Update.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you got to be like... you know, you gotta be like the scientist that discovered Monkey Boy or something.
I know. Yeah, you're not even Goat Boy.
You're like
you're the scientist who discovered
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, you're being a straight man to Monkey Boy.
Right,
yeah, I don't get Goat Boy myself either. I mean, I'm with you on this. I don't understand the Goat Boy sketch.
I like Goat Boy.
Goat Boy's cool. They just run it too long.
I was talking about Monkey Boy.
Monkey? Oh, you don't like Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy
okay.
you don't like,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm with you.
I agree with you on Monkey Boy.
Yeah. Nobody likes Monkey Boy.
I say, after the makeup, what's up?
Like, even those two women that do they do a sketch where it's public radio.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first time they did, I said, man, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
that is public radio. Now they've done it 87 times, and I'm like, well,
nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm immediately out of there, and I just come back when Norm's on.
Well, sometimes they do that. You know, like I did impression of Letterman on the show.
Yeah.
And then they want me to do it again. I said, I don't want to do it again. I already did it.
Yeah.
You know
And you
what I
feel like
mean?
you're beating the guy up after a while.
And plus, it's only funny once.
Right. Like, do it once, everyone goes, it's brilliant,
Yeah,
and then
figure something else
And then
out.
if there's another reason for it, you just don't write something to have Letterman on again.
And then, like, even the cheerleaders, first time I saw that, I said, man, that's brilliant.
Or
Perfect
even those
send-up of
guys who bobbed
cheerleaders.
their heads, you know, that was funny the
Brilliant.
first couple of times.
Yeah.
Now they're making a movie out of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. The world is insane.
Don Ohlmeyer is a good man, though. I mean,
Boo, man, don't kiss the corporate ass that just fired you.
Yeah, but
He's not a good man. He's a coward.
He said you're not funny.
Why? He said you're not funny, number one, which you are. He's a skunk.
look,
He's a skunk.
Listen, I've heard all kinds of horrible stories about Don Ohlmeyer.
A guy calls you up and tells you you're not funny. You're a performer who makes his living being
You've
funny.
been doing it for 4 years. You're not funny.
You think that's a delicate way to tell a guy he's fired? How about saying we just want to make a change, we feel like it's getting a little stale, something like that. But you're a very funny guy. Can't say that. He has to say to your face, you're not funny.
That's what he thinks. It's. I'd rather hear that than what.
So why do you say he's a nice guy?
So why is he a nice guy? That's not nice.
He just seems like he's stuck by his OJ. You know, he's stuck by his friend.
There you go. Yeah, Don Omar's the guy who's stuck by OJ, isn't he?
Well, I would say he was a good judge.
Yeah.
Of anything.
Don Omar likes OJ.
Yeah, he wanted to put OJ on TV and have him redeem himself.
Don't tell me he's a good guy.
I just feel like Don Omar has gone through a lot of problems. He was, you know, he was. People said he sexually harassed women, and he went to, you know, that he was a drunk and all this stuff.
Who said that?
Well, he went to rehab.
He did?
Yeah.
This is a really good way of introducing all of that and still saying he's a good guy.
No, he is a good guy.
You are an amazingly calculated man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Vicious.
You are vicious.
Vicious man.
Wait, you don't think anyone's seeing through this? Dude.
Not funny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying, you know, that he's a guy that's taken some knocks over the
You want me to call Don Omar right now and ask him if he could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay.
You told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back, begging for a place to stay. Oh, it's not right. I wanna kiss you when we fight, kiss you when we fight. Hit the road, babe. I don't wanna see them miss you, babe. I don't wanna hear about your mistakes. I just wanna live my life without you. So have a nice day. Close the door and be on your way. Not much else I don't wanna say. I just wanna live my life without you.
They say revenge is sweet. Bob Saget and Norm MacDonald are hoping it is also funny. Saget makes his feature film directorial debut. MacDonald his writing and starring debut in Dirty Work. Basically, two guys who've never done this job before. It's an irreverent comedy that proves getting even can lead to odd situations. Sort of like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, a little bit, but there's no ghost.
Just hookers and trunks.
Hookers and trunks.
Which is good programming in the morning for your family.
You've never done this before. You've never done this before. Nervous at all?
Hookers and trunks, or you mean the movie thing?
Big, funny directorial debut, comedy, you, starring role.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
No,
but,
you're not.
No, I'm not, because I take the Xanax.
3-4 cases a week, isn't it?
No, I
sell it to him.
Do you?
No.
Tell me about the movie.
Actually, he's a very, very funny man.
The movie?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got crazy. I was reading that. The movie is two guys that start a revenge for hire business because one of their dads, Jack Warden, needs a heart transplant.
He's my dad, too. He's both of our dads.
You can't say that, though. That's secret information.
Oh, yeah, that's the big plot twist.
Yeah. So, we give that away later. Let me tell you how The Exorcist ends now. Silence of the Lambs, they kill that guy.
Revenge. What do you know from revenge? Do you have any experience in your own life with revenge?
Yeah, I always think up revenge is to get back at guys. Like if they screw me over, if they do something mean, you know.
Really?
Oh, all the time. Like this one guy, man. He would always. What's that? What do you got there?
A little article about you in a little feud with another network.
Oh yeah. There's this character over on the NBC. He's the president, and he hates me.
And why?
He doesn't think I'm funny.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing if you're not funny.
No, yeah, I am funny.
Yeah.
He's very funny. I think he just doesn't know you.
He's a jackass.
What about Dirty Work, though?
What about Dirty Work?
Can I have that?
Yes, matter of fact, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Okay, he shot to national attention as the wittiest Serbic anchor of Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live. Now he's starring in a brand new movie out called Dirty Work. Here's Norm MacDonald. Hi, Norm. How you doing? Hi, nice to see you. Norm is here. Norm's so much in the news every time I turn around.
What? Oh, me in the news?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Hotter than ever.
Yeah.
My gosh. Looks like they did you a big favor over there at NBC.
Yeah, they hate me.
Oh, but look what happened to you. Became a movie star, just like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But hadn't you already started filming this movie long before that whole controversy began?
Yeah.
So what do you make of all this?
What do I make of it?
Yeah, what's the point?
The point of what?
They're trying to make, you know.
Who?
Oh,
So you got to explain to the people.
no, they read the papers. They know.
Yeah, they know that NBC has banned promotion or commercials featuring your movie on their network.
Yeah, because
so
this character, Don Ohlmeyer, he's the president of NBC, you see?
Yeah.
And he hates me.
Yeah.
But you've only met him one time, I understand.
I've only met him once.
So this is not a personal reason that he hates you.
Yes, he hates me personally.
But you like him, don't you?
I think he's a fair enough fella. I met him once. He seems like a stand-up guy. I don't hate anybody.
That's
you
right.
know Don Ohlmeyer?
I've met him a couple of times, sure.
He seems like a nice enough
Yes,
fella.
absolutely.
And I don't, you know, put it this way. His best friend is O.J. Simpson, right? Now, if you can like O.J. Simpson, you can like me. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it is about you.
I mean, he has his foibles, O.J.
Yeah, sure. Don't we all?
I love that word, foibles.
Although I think O.J. is kind of rehabilitating himself. Did you see where he's stabbing that woman with a banana? Have you seen that?
At least that one doesn't
That's a
really
lot
harm.
better. That's, you know, it's not a
step
sharp
forward,
It's
isn't
a step forward. But these gay guys, man, I was reading, you know about the...
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already...
I just read this thing about the Michael, George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
Called West Hollywood.
yeah, they're gay, and it's, you know, George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is like,
No way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom,
Right.
and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well, what
is that
he-
what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But
this
anyway,
is
go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, like, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, ah, you know? You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
Wait,
pop...
what was she doing? What was that, some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do.
That's what ladies that I know do.
Good to know that primetime exposure's paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, you know, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, you know, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Ohlmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Ohlmeyer since then?
Don Ohlmeyer I met once, yeah, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like he said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with O.J. too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
O.J.'s a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. O.J.'s a good guy.
Man,
Thanks
you're
for coming
hungry.
on. Norm MacDonald and David Spade. Stick around.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine. You remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know? That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now, with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here.